So I've been a VCE tutor for the past 6 years, and I've also been teaching at Monash Uni for the past 3 years as well. And the number one piece of advice that I give to all my students is you don't need to quit your extracurriculars to succeed. A lot of people have this notion that they should just free up all of their time and give up part-time work and give up their sport in order to succeed in high school or VCE. Now, this is flawed logic, because people think that once they gain a certain amount of time, they're going to be 100% efficient with that time, which is actually very unrealistic. There's this principle called Parkinson's law that states that if you have more time available for you to do something, then you're usually just going to expand the amount of time and be less efficient with your time. But if you have less time available, then you're actually much more aware that you have less time, therefore you try to be more productive with that time. So I know it sounds kind of confusing, but long story short, if you have less time to you available, you are just going to be more efficient with that time. And you might have noticed that if you, let's say, study really hard during the week on Monday to Friday because you have less time available to you after school, because you can only study after school hours, and you notice on the weekend that you take a bit of a slump, that's not accidental. It's because the weekend gives you so much more time that you end up being less productive, because you think, okay, if I don't do it Saturday, then I have the whole of Sunday. And then if you don't do it in Sunday morning, then you might just say to yourself, I'm just going to do it Sunday afternoon. And this is something that I struggled with as well. I was really productive during the week, and when I wasn't aware of this, I just used to slack off on the weekend and leave all of my work to Sunday evening, and it used to catch up with me. And what I realized is that when I had less time available, I was more aware of how much time I had. So therefore I was more strict with how I spent my time, because I was just aware that there was less of it available. So I had to be very purposeful with every single hour. And I'm not saying that you should just give yourself 5 hours of time to study per week. That's not what I'm saying. But people who think that if they quit a part-time job that they only work 5 to 10 hours per week for, that's going to save their VCE scores or make their VCE scores increase so drastically, it's actually not the case. You probably learn more in the long run with just time management skills and organizational skills by keeping your job. And same thing with sport. Sport has multiple benefits as well. You'll not only value your time more, but you'll also be exercising, and there's plenty of research to show that exercising actually increases cognitive ability through blood flow. So it makes sense to keep sport, and it makes kind of sense to keep part-time work if you want to keep money, or if you want to earn money. But just make sure that you can dial back those things. It's fine, you dial it back, but don't quit it completely, because A, what I said previously all the way throughout this whole video, but B, you're not even going to enjoy your life anymore if you just quit everything that you enjoy and just spend all of your time and all of your effort on year 12. Trust me, you're not going to enjoy it, and therefore your scores are going to drop drastically.